friends, welcome to Origami Tree. My name is Jenny and today I'll be showing you how to make these Origami Chinese Bell Flowers. Now this flower was requested by AJ Bro, so big shout out to AJ and thank you so much for making your request. And if you have a request as well, please leave it in the comments below and I just might make a tutorial out of it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this and stay tuned. Oops. To make the Chinese bell flower, you'll need a square sheet of paper. This is a 6-inch square, but you can feel free to use something larger or smaller. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to fold it in half diagonally so that it forms a triangle shape. Just crease that in. And then you're going to unfold and repeat the same thing in the opposite direction. So again, we're just going to fold it in half so it creates a triangle, and then we're going to flatten it. Unfold, and then fold it in half so that it creates a rectangle. Crease it in, unfold, and then repeat in the opposite direction. After that, you're going to take notice of this diagonal crease on the left side, and you're going to lift the top flap only and fold it to the left side along that diagonal crease. So now it looks like this. After that, you're going to push upwards on the right side so that it flattens like this. And now you have a square on the left and a right triangle on the right. And from the top, it should look like this. You're going to push inwards from the right side towards the center, and as you're doing that, you're going to flatten from the bottom up. Now you want to make sure that this opening is facing down or facing towards you. You also notice that there are 4 flaps, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And what you want to do is you want to take one of the flaps and you're going to fold it over to the left side and just flatten it a little bit. Then you're going to fold it back up. And then you're going to stick your hand or finger into this opening right over here and push downwards. And as you're doing that, you're going to flatten with your opposite hand. So push downwards and flatten, and make sure that this line over here is aligned with this line at the bottom. So align everything and flatten it like so. And crease it in. Then you're going to fold this flap over to the left, and you're going to work on the next flap. So the same thing, you're going to take this flap, fold it a little bit upwards, and then you're going to stick your finger into this opening and push downwards. And as you're pushing downwards, you want to make sure that everything is aligned and centered. So this vertical line aligns with this vertical line. Once you have that, you're going to flatten it, and then go ahead and do it with the remaining 2 flaps. And this is the final one. And once you have all of the flaps done, you're going to take the bottom right corner here and align it with the vertical center crease. You're just going to fold it diagonally so that it lines like this and crease it in. And then go ahead and repeat the same thing with this left flap. Fold it diagonally so that it aligns with the center crease and crease it in. Fold it over to the left. Fold it over again, and repeat the same thing here. So fold the right flap over to the vertical center crease and crease it in like so. Repeat the same thing on this side. And now we're going to work on these flaps over here. So fold it over to the left, and repeat the same thing. Fold it over to the left again, and repeat. So now we're going to unfold the two flaps that we just created. Now you're going to notice that there is an intersection right over here and also an intersection right over here. So those 2 points right there. Basically, you're going to fold upwards, lift the top flap right here, and fold upwards along those 2 points. And once you do that, you're going to flatten from the right and also the left sides, and you're going to align it with this vertical crease and crease it in. So now it should look like this from the side and like this from the top. You just want to take this little triangle flap and fold it down and crease it in. Next, you're going to fold this over to the left side and to the left side again, and then repeat the same thing with these two flaps. So again, you're going to unfold the right and left flaps. You're going to take notice of this point right here and this point over here where basically this crease ends. And then you're going to fold upwards along these two dots. So lift up the flap and fold upwards along those 2 points here and here. And then as you're doing that, you're going to push inwards from the right, inwards from the left, towards the center, and flatten. Then take this triangle flap and fold it down and crease it in. Next, go ahead and repeat the same thing. So fold it over to the left, fold it over to the left again, unfold these two flaps, fold upwards, push inwards on the right, inwards on the left, and crease it in. Fold this flap down and just keep going. So fold it to the left, fold it to the left, unfold, lift up, push inwards on the right, inwards on the left, and crease it in. Fold the triangle down, and now you should be done with all of them. So now we're just going to open everything a little bit from the top, and immediately you'll notice that there are small spikes. So here's a small one, and also large spikes, followed by a shorter one and a larger one. So basically the small and large spikes alternate around the Chinese bell flower. So now I'm just going to randomly pick a short spike. So I'm going to pick this one on the left side, and I'm going to hold onto it like this. Now immediately to the right of this small spike, you'll see that there is a large spike, of course. And this large spike has 2 openings, one on the left and one on the right. Now you want to take your pencil or your hand, and you're going to move the opening from the right to the left side and flatten like this. See that? And once you have that in place, you're just going to take this large spike and fold it down into the center like this. So push it all the way down. And now you have 2 small spikes right next to each other. Fold it over. And now we're going to work on this large spike here. So again, there are 2 openings, one on the left, one on the right. You want to make sure that the one on the right is going over to the left side, like that, and then push downwards. So now we have 1, 2, 3 small spikes in a row. So here's this other large spike. We're going to take the opening on the right, push it over to the left, and then push everything down like that into the center. And finally, we're going to repeat the same thing on this one. So opening on the left, opening on the right, move the right opening over to the left side. And then as you're doing that, you're going to push everything just straight down into the middle. And you can even use a pencil to help you out. So once you've done everything, it should look like this. Now you'll notice that there are some creases right here on the small spikes. So here's one on the left and one on the right. And what you want to do is you want to just kind of fold back along those creases. And it'll give you this nice little curved look from the side. So just fold back along those creases and just curve the petals a little bit. So once you're done with that, the top should look like this and the side should look like this. Now if you want an alternating look, you just make 2 of them and stack them together like so. In my case, I made 3 of them so it looks even cooler, and that is how you make a Chinese bell flower. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a comment below to let me know what I should make next, and also to hit the subscribe button so you'll be alerted when new tutorials come out. I'll see you guys soon. Bye!